Hi everybody, this is Deanna coming to you again. It's Thursday, so we're going to do another 12 by 12 shadow box layout. This one I started with a cream base. This is American Crafts cardstock, the cream. And let me get that package a second. I'm sorry, it's vanilla. So this is what I used for the base. I left that at 12 by 12. Then the next one I used it's just a Hobby Lobby craft cardstock, and I cut that down to 11.5 by 11.5. And then I pre-glued just some heavy jute twine. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby 2 years ago. I'm almost out, but I wanted to get that glued down and dried, and that's why I previously glued this down instead of starting with you on that. And what we're going to be working with tonight or today is I got Tim Holtz. So I I chose papers out of this one, the wallflower one, and I also chose one from another section, and I'll show you that when I get to that piece. So I picked this one for my back, and that is cut at 11 by 11, and I inked it with the this is walnut stain is what I inked the edges with on everything, and that's also a Tim Holtz product. So I'm going to glue this down. Now I tried to stick with mostly Tim Holtz products. Just wanted to work with some of his things. So almost everything is his. I mean, I did have a couple things that weren't, but almost everything is. Now I'm going to kind of center that in here. Like that. There we go. Use this. Now this little tool, I think I've said before, but it was just a little tool that was with a slice machine. I don't know if you remember the slice machines years ago, but this is what that's from, to scrape it off get your die cuts off the mat. Okay. My next piece I chose is also cut down to 11.5 by 11.5. I've taken my scissors and I've roughed up the whole edge around there, all the way around. Then I also inked that with the walnut stain. Now what I'm going to do, let me set this aside a second. I'll take my ruler. First I'm going to cut this in half, down the long way, down the center this way. So that would be, if it's 11 inches, that gives us 5.5. So I'm going to cut this down at 5.5. Now I'm going to take my scissors again, and actually let me finish my cuts first before I do that, otherwise it's just going to waste my time. Cover up my glue here a second. What we're going to do is take the ruler, we're going to measure over 2 inches, so 2 inches from left to right. Oops, ooh, sorry about that. And we're going to make a mark at 2 inches. We're going to come up from the bottom here 2 inches, and we're going to make a mark. Okay. We're going to do the same on this one. We're going to come from the back over this way. We're going to measure up 2 inches. Make a mark. Measure from the center up 2 inches and make a mark. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my cutter on an angle. I might be able to do this with my small cutter here. Let's see. That way you can see exactly what I'm doing. Let's see here. So I'm going to match my 2-inch mark right there. I'm going to put that in my cutting guide there. And I'm going to match that up with my 2-inch mark down here if I can find it. Right there. So this one's here. And this one is, well, that is hard to see when that's inked. Let me measure that just to make sure. Oh, right here. So here's this one. I'm going to have to keep my finger on it, I guess. And then here's that one. So I want to come right to that edge and right to that edge. Sometimes when you move one, you have to adjust the other. So let me see where I'm at with this. This cutter's pretty nice. It's got a little wire in it, so it kind of helps you. But every time you move one edge, you got to check the other one. And I'm just going to cut that. Just like that. Okay? I'll do the same on this. I'm going to find that 2-inch mark right there. And then the one over here is right there. And down it goes. Here we go. Yeah. That way you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay. So we're going to end up with like this. We're going to make these pockets. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to drag that along there. I'm not trying to tear it, I'm just trying to rough it up. And you can wet this, but I don't really want my paper wet right now, so I'm just going to do the best I can with my scissors. I'm going to hit that cut edge there too. Everything else has already been done. So we're just going to keep going. Okay. We're going to do the same on this one. Come up here. You just have to be careful when you're doing that, not to cut yourself on your scissors. I'm just going to take the black element. I'm just going to ink that edge there. Okay? Get that right there too. All right. There we go. Let's bring our main piece back in. Let's get that right there. All right, so we're going to lay these out as pockets, and they're the same size as my other piece, but I wanted that to show, so that's why I used that whole piece. So all we're going to do is we're going to glue along our long edge here and the bottom. Let's do up here too. So let's do this, the 3 sides there. This here. You don't need to be too far in, just right along the edge. Just like that. Along here. And then just up that 2 inches there. Just like that. And we're going to go right to our corners here. Want that place right on there. Line it up nice. Follow that line. Oopsie. And there we go. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to glue along here and that 2-inch spot there too. So we'll start this one over here. bam. And all along that whole edge. There we go. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to line it right up along this. Get it nice and squared in there. There we go. Keep our edge there. There we go. We're going to let that dry before we pull on the lid. There we go. Nice pockets. We'll get in there. There. All right. Now I used these, I don't know if you can see that very well. It's kind of shiny. So I'll just remove it from the plastic there. It's the Sizzix Thinlits Dyes Tim Holtz. And it is number 660060. And it's got a lot of tags in it. There's 17 dyes in there. And the ones I picked out to use, that I use so far, is this one, and this one. And then I used the 2 stamp ones so far. And I don't know if I'll go on from that or not, but those are the ones that I used so far. And I did pre-cut these just to save some time. This is not a Tim Holtz paper, but it was a pretty color and it had the leaves on it. It's just from my stash, so I just grabbed it and cut it. This is from one of the little tag sets in the packet. I cut them all apart with the 3" by 3" tags, and I just cut them all apart. And then I used the smaller die on this, but I wasn't paying attention and I ended up with a flat edge. That's fine. I'm just going to add a flower to the bottom of that, and that'll cover that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pop dots on the back of this. We're going to find a place to stick that. Maybe I'll just use 2 big ones here. Let's see what we got. There we go. There we go. Right. That's what happens sometimes when you're in a hurry, you don't pay attention. I'm just going to kind of center that there. And I like that peachy color in there. And because these are the same exact birds of this, it's just a smaller picture. So I'm going to kind of lay that in there. And I will put a little flower there. I'm not going to glue anything down yet because I have not looked at anything. All right. I also cut these out. This is also a Tim Holtz die, and there's 11 dies in there, and this is number 661597, and it's a lot of the Christmassy, the pines and stuff. It's got the holly in it, but I love this die. So I cut out these in 2 different colors of green. One's more of a mossy and one's more of a forest green, and I just thought those might look good on here. Just get it all in nature. That's why I used the jute. I had started out, I cut some pearls and I laid pearls all along that edge, and I looked at it and I thought, no, that does not look right at all. Pulled it off and real quick and went with the jute, and that just looks so much better. So I was thinking about making something and then putting some flowers on top of it. So I think I'm just going to mix those in there. Just kind of want to see what it'll look down there like that. Now the flowers I have, these are Prima flowers. And the number on these is 590499 Rosabelle. Now I did kind of start to open these because that plasticky noise is so loud. But I thought these were really pretty. I thought they went with these. So sorry about that plasticky noise. Apologize. There we go. All right. So, and I have some small flowers too. Where are those? Maybe I didn't grab those out, but I know I want them. There they are. These ones. too. I thought those would be all right on that thing there. These are all those little peachy colors. Cute, cute. I just love Prima flowers. I think they're so cute. All right, so we'll set some of those over there. Some of the. And I thought those might look cute on there. Where I made my little mistake. Let's see if I can get that to cover up maybe. Yeah, I think we can get that to cover up a little bit. I think it'll be all right. I'm going to actually glue a couple on there. Just let them start drying before we mess with it. Now next week, maybe I'll give you a peek at it tonight before we go. I don't want that down there like that. Whoops. Jeez. Let's see here. And just like that, maybe. There we go. I'm going to start on doing the mini album tutorial, and it's my recipe book. So I will give you a quick view of that before the end of, before I shut down tonight. So this one's kind of pretty. I thought some of these over the pine would look nice. I like these coral ones. I need some smaller ones. I have several packs here that I picked up the other day. Oh, let's see here. Oh, you know what? Let's go with these ones here. Those are pretty. These are number 631079. 631079. And we'll just pull out a couple of those. I like those. There we go. Those aren't so big. And then maybe I'll still pull in this peach one that I really liked. Something like that. That's kind of pretty. I just wanted to bring in that green. Both these birds have that green in there, and I thought that would be pretty to bring in some green with these other colors. There we go. And, you know, pine and birds. So I thought that was pretty. All right. Now I also, from this pack of Tim Holtz, The Lost and Found, there is a page with the clocks on it. Do I have it here? Yeah, I think I have it out here. Hang on. So it's this one. And what I did was I took my punch. This is a 2 5/8 punch. And I just lined it up in there and I punched it out because I only needed one. But that's also from the Tim Holtz, but it's the only one I took from the Lost and Found pack. So what I did is I have that here. Now I don't have any Tim Holtz hands for the clock. So these ones are from Hobby Lobby. So I'm just going to use them because that's what I have right now. But if I had more of the Tim Holtz ones, I would use them. I'm just going to poke a little hole in there. I'm going to line these up. Yeah, there we go. And I've got a burnished silver brad. If I can get my thumbs to work. There we go. There. I'm going to line that up. Try to anyway. There we go. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to pull those prongs apart. There we go. And then just kind of press it down to make sure they're flat. Alright. And I thought that would look pretty. I also edged this with the walnut stain here. And I thought we're going to pop that up on pop dots somewhere here. So let's throw some pop dots on there. And we'll just use 4. I think will be good. And I'm just going to press that down. There we go. And I think I'm happy with that bird up there. So let's glue that down. Okay. There we go. And we'll start gluing these greens down. Now they have leaves in there too, but I'm not going to use those. I'm just going to start laying these greens down. I want the more woodsy look with these. All right. And these right here, they look good in any color. You can, I mean, all whites, or they just, it's just such a good die set. Yeah. It's been out for a while, but I mean, I purchased mine not too long ago, so they're still out there. I think I either got it from eBay or maybe Amazon, but they're still out there. Oops, let's save that one a second. Get the longer ones done first, and then stick the, no sense of gluing it on if it's going to disappear under the flowers. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm not even on screen. So sorry. This one's just a little bit different shaped. So do that. Any glue, little bit of glue that kind of squeezes out the flowers will more than likely cover that up. So let's get one more down here. Okay, poking out there, see? So most of the center part is going to be covered up. So, all right, let's set these aside. I don't think we're going to need those. All right. And I don't have my hot glue gun plugged in, so we're just going to use this glue. Well, you know what? I'm going to plug my glue gun in and let it warm up while we do the rest. Okay, because that'll hold those much better. All right. Okay, plan B. So, all right, we got our clock, we've got a bird. Now these are the ones I cut out from the stamps, and these also came from these little 3x3 cards. I just used the stamp die for them. So I thought they were kind of cute. So let's pop them up on some foam here. Maybe like 2 on these. One on the little one, maybe. All right. I'll keep my tape on. Keep the tape on until I decide where I want them. All right. All righty, here we go. Yeah, let's see here. Down there, maybe. This is the bird nest. bird eggs. All right. Yeah. And then we're going to make some tags to go in here. And I've got this one here. This is a larger, these are 6 by 6, and that's the backs. So I'm going to cut these apart a second, and I'll be right back. Okay. Oops. I didn't cut too straight. Cut the edge there. There we go. Just trim that off with our scissors. It was just a little off. All right. So. There's our Ranger ink again. There we go. And we're just going to make some tags to stick in these pockets. They'll stick out. This is, like I said, going to be a shadow box item, so just make a tag to stick in there. And I like that one with the flowers. Kind of pulls that one back in. And maybe we can put a stamp on it there. No, I don't know. Let's see what the other ones look like. Oh, that's kind of nice too. That brings those birds back in. I like the pink. All right, I'm gonna bring this one in. All right, what else can we do to this? Let's add some lace or something to this. Just to doctor it up a little bit. We'll doctor it up a little bit here. Take out the laces. What do we have? We have hearts. Gray velvet. I just used the heart one the other day for Valentine's. What do we got here? Oh, I know. I have this little bird. Peach birds. We'll use that maybe. And that's not heart. Okay. This is ribbon from Hobby Lobby. And about every, I don't know, 2-3 weeks they have it on sale. So let's measure a piece here, just like that. Looks like it's going to be right in the center there. So let's just cut that. There we go. All right. Let's take our glue. I'm going to slide this out of the way a second. I don't want to get glue on it. And let's just put our bead of glue on there. And this works pretty good for the lace. I was kind of surprised, but it does work pretty good. We're just going to lay that right in that top edge, right in that glue there. And we'll let that sit up for a few seconds, and then we'll just tack these little edges down. But I want that to sit up a second. It's not hot enough yet. Okay. So let's think about where we might want these stamps. Okay, so these are going to be in here. Let's kind of sit them in here just as in example again. Try it out. Oops, I think I had a white one. Let's do that. And then this peach one. Okay. So it's just so we know where everything's going to sit. Got that. Got this stamp here. Yeah, I kind of like that. So, and in fact, I might put an extra couple of. No, I don't want to stick it up too far. This one will just add 2 more dots to it, okay? Just to make it a little more popped out there. Worst case scenario, if we don't like it, we can try to pull them back apart, okay? All right. Yeah, just like that, okay? These 2 here, I'm going to lay this one like this, and this one, just I'll kind of slide that right up underneath there a little bit like that. There we go. So far, that's what we got. Get some dimension. Okay, so this side, let's bring this back in. We'll just add a little bit of glue. Just put it right on the tip of the ribbon there itself. It's getting kind of, it's not late, but I had 3 grandkids again today, so. Kind of can tire me out, but the one's only 2. Now I got this. Like I said, this is, and this came in a kit with something, so I have no idea where you'd get this. I couldn't even tell you what kit it came in. I got it and threw it in with my lace and ribbon, but it's cute. It's got little birds on it in peach colored birdhouses. So, oh, I know what we got to add. Aha! Ooh, there was something here. Now I punched these out with this Martha Stewart punch, and I did a 2-inch cut, and then I just punched these out. Started at one and I worked all the way down. So I wanted to take these. And hopefully I can still do it now that I've glued this all together. But I wanted these to be right on there like that. Now I'll have to trim that, but that's fine. That don't bother me. But I thought that might look nice on there. And then I'll run one along this side too. So we'll actually have, oopsie, it's got to go underneath there a little bit. There we go. Okay, just like that. And I'll run that right up to those dots there, along there. You can see, there's never any names on these, so I don't know. There's no numbers or names or anything, but it's a Martha Stewart, and that's what it looks like if you can see it. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this in there like that. And I'm going to mark this with my pencil so I know exactly where I have to cut that one out, okay? And we'll just take our scissors, and I'm just going to cut that like that. That should do it. Let's just rest that a little bit. There we go. Not much, just a little. There we go. Just glue that right in there. So I'm going to bring my glue in, and I'm going to bring it up pretty close to those dots there. I'm just get my glue all over them. this up and slide it down in there. Put you under there too. Oopsie. Find my dots. They are. There. And then make sure that it's going down. There. Oh, I think that looks much better. Okay. So let's do the same with this one. We'll bring it in. And we're going to slide it down. Just like that. By those holes. And I want those last little hole just to show just on the outside of that paper. Mark it with our pencil. Cut it with the scissors. There we go. Okay. Well, I better test fit it first just to make sure. But the first time you don't test fit it, that's when you're going to get it all glued in there and it's not going to work. There we go. Again, bring the glue close to that last little dot. There we go. Okay. And the dots, make sure that. There we go. There. No, I think that looks kind of nice. Whoop. Power sliding. Make sure that's down there. All right. Okay, so now this is hot enough. Let's bring this in. So now our tag is here, that's dry. So let's slide that in there. This maybe. Right. I do like this little bird. Oh, it looks good like that, you know. I do like it. Maybe we'll run that on the... There we go. Let's run that. Oops. That's my paper scissors. Should I use my paper scissors? Okay. Let's run that right up underneath there, along that edge. Oh, it has sticky tape on it. How nice. I'm still going to use a little bit of glue. That's why it was kind of stiff. There we go. Let's pull that up a little bit. Get this under there. Put there. All right. It's a little long, so we'll trim it off. That's cute. Yeah. You can see that, the little birds. And the bird cages. Maybe. They're just tiny little brown birds in a bird cage. Let's see how that looks in here now. Oh yeah, that's cute. All right. All right, I think that, excuse me. Oh, excuse me, please. Could feel it coming. All right. So, I think that is it. And something like that. So that is our shadow box for this Thursday. Again, it's all Tim Holtz. Tag in there. There we go. I kind of like that. It gives it a nice dimension. It's beautiful paper. All right. I'm going to set this aside and I'll bring in that album to show you real quick. So this is my recipe book, and this is all done in graphic 45s here. My next one, I don't know what I'm going to cover it in, but I will find something pretty. Get all this stuff out of the way here. This album measures, it is 10 inches long by about 8 inches wide, a little over 8 inches wide, 8 1/4 wide. Start here. This lifts up, and I have changed this to make it up higher. And then this will be a removable one, so it'll be magnetic, and you can just remove the whole thing. So I just stamped some regular recipe cards. So there's going to be a few changes, but this is the basic idea. There's another, and that's just recipe cards from Hobby Lobby. And then this opens up, and you have a pocket here. I don't know about you guys, but I pull a lot of recipes from like magazines and stuff, so I wanted something with quite a few pockets in it. Here we have a pocket here, and then this is just a big page for pictures. You got your 2 flips, and these both have pockets for recipe cards. You got another pocket here, and then these are both pockets, and then you have another. Each main page has a flap for a card. So, and there are only 3 pages. So I guess, yeah, each one has a hole for a big tag, but there's only 3 there. And then you come into these, and there's 2 of these, and they're the expandable pockets. And they hold quite a bit. So this will hold quite a bit. But this is going to be what I'm going to be working on next week. And then this just closes up. And then we have a metal latch. So it's a nice album. This one, I believe, is going to go to my daughter. She likes the bright colors. So that is what I'm going to work on for next week. So let me bring my project back in. And this will finish up our Thursday for our shadow box layout. And I thank you for dropping in. And if you would, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like my video. And don't forget to hit the bell to be notified when I upload more videos. Till the next time, I'm going to be crafting, and I hope you are too. Good night.